Yeah, y'all doing out there in YouTube land? This is part two of the end of the year video from the folders I got last year. In this part, what we're gonna do? We're gonna do mega folders. We're gonna do the mega folders that I was attracted to and purchased last year. I just had to get a little drink there. All right, here we go. First one, the one that I was wanting the most and anticipated the most and was worried about the most and kept asking everybody about the most. The Mayhem. I absolutely love this one, people. Absolutely love the Mayhem. Absolutely love the Mayhem. Now, I've seen the tips get broken. You know, we've all seen the tips get broken. And the blades get chipped out. People keep saying that this is a hollow grind. It feels like a flat grind to me. It doesn't feel like a hollow grind. I think it's a flat grind. If it's a hollow, it's a very shallow hollow. But the tip is very, very acute. Comes down to a very fine tip. Do not use this one for prying, people. This is not a pry bar. I don't think it was meant to be a pry bar. It was meant to be a cutter and a chopper. And I noticed that the Oz 10, when I was watching Joe X destroy one of these, that he was chipping out the blade in here. And I bet you it's because the Oz 10 is tempered to the point where it holds its edge better, as opposed to being tempered for toughness. I think they were going more for edge holding because they probably thought people were going to use this as like a cutter, you know, like a chopper cutter. It's a beautiful knife, though. It's not one that I want to carry, though. I'm going to be honest. I don't really want to carry this knife because it's just too big and bulky, and it's very heavy. But you know what? It's fun to collect. Absolutely love it. And I think one thing's for sure is that if you get one of these, take your time and really learn how to use it. Don't just jump in and just start doing a whole bunch of stuff with it. Take your time because it is a big knife, and this blade comes in on your fingers because you're doing something wrong, you're going to get hurt. Absolutely love it. I still want to get the Oz 10 version. This is the CPM S35VN version with the red and black G10 handle scales. It's limited edition. It's number 535. 535. And it's a collector's for me. I'm not going to use this knife. You're not going to be seeing it doing any wood crafting or anything like that. This one's a collector. If I get one of the Oz 10 ones, I will use that one. I will try that one out on different things. But this one's a collector. Absolutely love it. It's one of my most desired purchases last year. And then after that one, my next biggest purchase was probably, oh yeah. And this one is a user. I bought this one to use. Cold Steel sent me an extra good deal on it, and I went for it. Absolutely love the Formax, people. Now, if I was to pick one of these two to be my apocalypse knife, all day long would be the Formax, people. Why? I don't have to prove that this lock is strong. I already know it's strong. There's no doubt in my mind. And I've seen what Joe X put this one through, the Atlas lock knife through. And all what he really did prove was how strong the Atlas lock is. The Atlas lock stood up to just about everything he did until he, basically was hitting it and breaking it. You know what I mean? But, nobody's going to break it under normal use. The Atlas lock is a strong lock, too. But I still love the Triad, people. I'm still a Triad person. When it comes to which one I think is probably the strongest, I would say it's probably this Triad. All right, next up. Another big purchase. The Droppoint the Barong Droppoint Voyager. Absolutely love these. The Barong Droppoint Voyager. This is like the all-purpose Voyager to me. It's great for self-defense. It's great for utility use, hunting, fishing, what have you. I think this knife would be great for everything. It's one of those jack-of-all-trades Voyagers. And I absolutely love it. Next up, you know I'm a Voyager fan, people. You know I'm a Voyager fan. This is the one that I carry all the time. It's one of my motorcycle Voyagers. My two motorcycle Voyagers are my older one with the Oz 10 blade, and it has a snaggle tooth on it, aluminum snaggle tooth just like this one. It has a plain edge blade. This one's a new one. This one's my first serrated edge one, and I absolutely love it. This is probably my smoothest Voyager. That's one thing I noticed about the new Cold Steel company. It's like a lot of the knives are coming out a lot smoother. It's like when they get them right, they're getting them really, really right. And this one's like really, really right, people. This one's perfect. See that? Excellent knife, people. Excellent knife. Next up for this year, for Mega Folders, another serrated. Another serrated. Y'all know I like my Counterpoint XL, my polished one, the BD1 version that I've been carrying for years, CTS BD1. And this is the Oz 10 version with the serrated edge. It's the new GSM model. Absolutely love it, people. Absolutely love it. And this is another one that operates perfectly too. And I've had several XL counterpoints, and they always need a little bit of work to be like get them smoothed out a little bit and make them not so hard to deploy and unlock. This one came out the box perfect. The only thing I had to do is just tune and lube it, and that was it. Perfect. Counterpoint XL. These are the ones I bought last year. These are the Mega Folders I bought last year, people. This is the only one I bought to collect. All these other ones are users. All these other ones are my user drawers. Absolutely love them, people. And the other ones are in my Mega Folder drawer, too. Is my Tau War. It's a new GSM knife. These are all GSM knives. And as y'all know, this is a serrated one that I had some issues with. I had to take the stop pin out of an old one because it needed to be 6.22 millimeters thick as opposed to being 5.797 millimeters thick. The 5.97 millimeter thick stop pin, it would cause this knife to go into a fixed blade mode because the lock pin was too small and the lock bar would jam down and it just didn't work right. But when you put in the larger stock pin like they had in the original Tau Wars, that I think it was 6.22 millimeters thick, then it works perfect. You have no issues with it. Works just like one of my old Oz 8 ones. My old Oz 8 ones are the ones that work the best. Absolutely love it. But you got to sacrifice the Oz 8 one to make this one. This Cold Steel comes up with some stop pins for them. And last but not least, the other new GSM knife that I have. That is my drawer this past year. Is my serrated holdout. S35VN holdout. As y'all know, these knives are motorcycle knives when I go on long trips. That's the purpose of Mega Folders for me. Except for this one. This one's just a collector, people. This one goes in my bug out bag. This is a bug out bag knife for me. This knife could be a fixed blade, folder, whatever it needs to be, it could do it. This knife could do anything. This That's the way I feel about the 5 Max, people. I really love the 5 Max. I think the 5 Max I got total confidence in. I mean, that to me, this is an awesome knife. I still haven't found out what the liners are made out of, because these liners, I don't know, they might be aluminum. They might be heat treated aluminum, or they can be titanium. I'm not sure what they are. But they're not magnetic. The liners aren't magnetic, and the back spacer's not magnetic too. So I want to say that they're probably aluminum. 6061 aluminum or 7075 aluminum, back spacer and liners. Or they might be titanium, because this is an expensive folder, so it could be titanium. It can go either way. But if anybody ever knows, let me know. Let me know, because I really want to know. And this one right here, to me, I think is my favorite new one of this year. The 5 Max. And why would I say it's my favorite new one if it's one that I'm not going to carry in my pants, and carry in my pocket all the time? Because I just like the way that this one's made. The fit and finish on it is perfect. The quality is perfect. I can do anything with this knife. I've already batoned wood with it. I've already done wood crafting with it. It's a champ. This is a great bug out knife because it doesn't need a sheath. You can fold up and put in your backpack and don't have to worry about it. You know what I mean? And that's one thing I like about folding knives in a backpack. Is that unless you got like a Kydex sheath or something like that, I don't really trust leather sheaths all that much in a backpack. Because I always think the knife is going to cut through the leather if something gets bent or pushed in a certain way or something like that. As opposed with a Kydex sheath, it's not going to cut through a Kydex sheath or a Securex sheath or something like that, plastic sheath, polymer sheath, or whatever you call it, injection molded sheath. But the safest thing is just to have a folding knife. And then you put it in one of your pockets in your backpack, and you're done with it. Because this one can be used like a fixed blade or a folder. It can be carried in your pocket like a folder if it need be. If it's an apocalyptic situation, yes, I would carry this in my pocket. And they're super smooth. To me, this is the best mega folder that Cold Steel came out with this year. It's the 5 Max. And one another thing that makes it super cool? It says Demco. It says Demco on the blade. So you're getting a Demco 5 Max. I love it, people. That's my favorite new mega folder of this year. My favorite new mega folder of the year to actually carry, would be this one. Anybody that knows me, they know that I like to carry the XL Tontos. Because if you see me somewhere on my motorcycle somewhere, most likely I have an XL Tonto in my pocket. if I'm not in my city. If I'm out visiting other areas, it's usually the knife that I like to carry, XL Tonto. I also like to carry the large Espada. I also like to carry the Talwar. But usually when I carry the Talwar, I'm wearing my vest. I'll carry the Talwar in my pocket and this inside the vest. Absolutely love it, people. Well, those are the megas. Those are my megas. My newer megas. Hope everybody's doing good out there. It's time to get some new ones for this next year. I think I'm going to slow down on buying knives. I think I'm going to get into more of into modding them and to making them, into the knives I really want them to be. Because like this one, I've always wished I can get G10 handle scales for these. For these three right here. For the Counterpoint XL and for the Cold Steel Voyager XLs. I always wish I can get G10 handle scales. That's one thing I really like about this one. Because to me it's got the handle that I like. I like handles with a nice rear grip. That's what I'm looking at. This section right here is like this section right here. And it's got a nice 5-inch blade. Beautiful. Absolutely love these, people. If this one was lighter, I would carry it. But you know what? I don't want it to be lighter because it's a 5 Max. 5 Maxes are supposed to be the heavy duty, the heavy duty folders that Cold Steel makes, that Andrew Demko used to make, are the 4 Max and the 5 Max. You know, so these are supposed to be, you know, heavyweight, heavy duty knives. So this is what it's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be a little lightweight knife or something that's easy to EDC every day. It's not like that. Now this one, on the other hand, this is supposed to be the biggest bang you can get for your buck. I paid like $50 for these. And this is an awesome self-defense tool for $50. You'd be hard pressed to find a folder that's a better self-defense tool for $50, or, you know, for any amount of money really, than this one. It's got a super strong lock. These have been proven up to hold up to like 450 pounds. You know, they're very strong knives. It's got full heat treated aluminum 6061 aluminum liners. It's got Grivix backspacer and Grivix handle scales. Japanese AUS 10A 5.5 inch AUS 10A Tonto blade. It's 3.8 millimeters thick. They call it 4 millimeters, but it's really 3.8, and it's thick all the way pretty much to the tip. And it's got a saber hollow ground blade with a flat ground tip. Super durable, super strong, super lightweight, doesn't weigh that much, and super fast and super easy to carry all day long. I've carried these a lot. All right, people, I'm going to knock it off right here. There they are. Stiletto's Megas of 2023. Peace out, Stiletto.